Hello, beautiful Cancer souls. Welcome back to Cosmic Blueprints Astrology. I'm Sino, and today we're exploring what February 2026 has in store for all my Cancer suns, moons, and risings. Cancer, February 2026 is a month of profound mastery and expansion. The cosmos is calling you to step into your full professional power, embrace your authority in the world, and commit to the career path that truly honors your gifts. This isn't about playing small or staying in your comfort zone anymore. This is about claiming your place as a leader and building something that lasts. We're looking at major transits, including Saturn entering your 10th house of career and public reputation, a transformative solar eclipse in your intimate 8th house, Mercury retrograde in your philosophical 9th house, and the rare Saturn-Neptune conjunction that happens once every 36 years. This is powerful, life-changing energy that will reshape your professional trajectory and your relationship with success. So whether you're a Cancer sun, moon, or rising, this forecast will help you navigate one of the most significant career months you'll experience in decades. So please hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a cosmic update. Your support helps this content reach more people. So alright, let's dive into February 2026 for Cancer. We begin February with a full moon in Leo on February 1st, illuminating your second house of money, values, self-worth, and material resources. So full moons bring culmination, release, and emotional clarity. And this one is shining a spotlight on your relationship with abundance and what you truly value. So Leo energy is confident, generous, and self-assured. So this full moon is asking you, do you know your worth? Are you receiving adequate compensation for your gifts? What needs to change in how you value yourself? This could manifest as receiving a raise or bonus, completing a financial goal, making important decisions about income streams, or having powerful realizations about your relationship with money and security. So the second house is about tangible resources. So something concrete is coming to fruition here. Leo wants celebration and pride. This full moon might be showing you where you've been undervaluing yourself, accepting less than you deserve, or not claiming your full worth in the marketplace. It's time to stand in your value with confidence. For some Cancers, this could also involve decisions about possessions, what you're investing in, or what material comforts truly bring you joy versus what you're holding onto out of fear or habits. Pay attention to your emotions around money and worth during this full moon. Cancer, you're naturally nurturing and giving, but this lunation is reminding you that you deserve to receive abundantly too. You can't pour from an empty cup, and valuing yourself properly is the foundation for everything else you want to build. On February 3rd, Uranus stations direct in Taurus, moving through your 11th house of friendships, community, social networks, and future aspirations. So Uranus has been retrograde since September 2025, and during that time, you've been internally processing unexpected shifts in your social sphere, revolutionary ideas about your role in community, or changing visions for your future. Now that Uranus is moving forward, these insights can be implemented more actively. So Uranus in the 11th house brings sudden changes in friendships, unexpected opportunities through your network, or breakthroughs related to your hopes and dreams for the future. With Uranus direct, you might feel a surge of clarity about which friends and communities truly support your evolution and which ones are holding you back. You might suddenly join new groups, connect with unconventional people who expand your perspective, or receive unexpected opportunities through your social network. So the 11th house is also about your vision for the future and what you hope to contribute to the collective. Uranus here is liberating you from conventional expectations about what your future should look like. What do you actually want, not what your family or society expects? This could manifest as bold new goals, innovative collaborative projects, or the courage to pursue aspirations that others might not understand. Uranus rewards authenticity and freedom, so the more you're willing to embrace your unique vision, the more exciting opportunities will emerge. Mercury enters Pisces on February 6th, followed by Venus on February 10th. So both planets are moving through your ninth house of higher learning, philosophy, travel, expansion, and belief systems. So Pisces energy is intuitive, spiritual, compassionate, and boundless. In your ninth house, it's inviting you to expand your horizons through experiences that touch your soul, not just your intellect. So with Mercury in your ninth house, your mind becomes more philosophical and spiritually oriented. You might feel drawn to study metaphysics, explore different spiritual traditions, or engage with ideas that expand your understanding of life's deeper meaning. This is beautiful energy for Cancer because it validates your intuitive, emotional way of knowing. Conversations might become more meaningful and soulful. You're not interested in small talk right now. You want to discuss what matters, what gives life meaning, and how we can all contribute to something greater than ourselves. So this is also excellent timing for writing, teaching, or sharing wisdom that comes from your emotional and spiritual depths. Mercury in Pisces in the ninth house can produce beautiful, inspired communication that touches people's hearts. Venus in the ninth house brings joy and expansion through learning, travel, and philosophical exploration. So you might feel called to visit places that nourish your soul, connect with teachers or mentors who inspire your spiritual growth, or pursue education that feels meaningful rather than just practical. The ninth house is about broadening your perspective and understanding that there are many ways to see the world. With both Mercury and Venus here in Pisces, you're being invited to explore beliefs and philosophies that honor intuition, emotion, and spiritual connection, not just logic and reason. For some Cancers, this could manifest as travel plans, enrollment in courses of study, or connection with people from different cultures and backgrounds who expand your worldview. On February 13th, Saturn enters Aries and begins its 2.5-year journey through your 10th house of career, public reputation, life direction, and professional achievements. Cancer, this is the most significant transit of February and one of the most important career transits of your lifetime. So Saturn only moves through your 10th house once every 29 years. So the last time this happened was in the late 1990s. Think back to that period. What professional foundations were you building? What lessons about career and ambition were you learning? Saturn is the planet of structure, responsibility, maturity, and long-term achievements. And when Saturn moves through your 10th house, it's initiating a complete reconstruction of your professional life and public role in the world. So this transit is asking you, what legacy do you want to build? What do you want to be known for? Are you willing to do the hard work required to achieve mastery in your field? Saturn in the 10th house often brings increased professional responsibility. So you might be promoted into leadership positions, take on more authority in your field, or step into roles that require greater maturity and commitment. This is your time to rise. However, Saturn can also feel heavy in the 10th house. So you might face career challenges, feel the weight of professional expectations, or deal with authority figures who test your capabilities. But this isn't punishment, it's training. Saturn is teaching you to build something that lasts, to earn your authority through competence and dedication, not just charisma or luck. Some Cancers might change career directions entirely during this transit, especially if your current path doesn't align with your true calling. So Saturn demands authenticity. Any career that's based on pleasing others or playing it safe will become increasingly unsatisfying. The gift of Saturn in the 10th house is genuine mastery. If you're willing to show up consistently, do the work, develop the skills, and take responsibility for your professional growth, Saturn will reward you with lasting achievements and respect in your field. Cancer, you're naturally nurturing and often comfortable in supportive roles, but this transit is asking you to step into the spotlight and claim leadership. The world needs your emotional intelligence, your caring approach, and your intuitive wisdom in positions of authority. By the time Saturn leaves your 10th house in 2028, you will have completely transformed your professional identity and established yourself as an authority in your domain. Then February 17th brings a powerful new moon annular solar eclipse in Aquarius, landing in your 8th house of transformation, shared resources, intimacy, and psychological depth. Eclipses are cosmic wildcards that bring sudden shifts, fated encounters, and accelerated evolution. So solar eclipses mark powerful new beginnings, though they often require endings first. So this eclipse in your 8th house is initiating profound transformation in how you share power, resources, and intimacy with others. So the 8th house governs joint finances, investments, inheritances, taxes, loans, and anything you share deeply with others, whether that's money, energy, or emotional vulnerability. So Aquarius energy is progressive, detached, innovative, and focused on equality. This eclipse might bring sudden changes to shared financial arrangements, unexpected insights about power dynamics in relationships, or breakthroughs in how you approach intimacy and vulnerability. So for some cancers, this could manifest as financial shifts involving partnerships, business deals, inheritances, or joint investments. You might renegotiate terms, establish new boundaries around shared resources, or make important decisions about financial interdependence. The 8th house is also about psychological transformation and facing what's hidden beneath the surface. So the eclipse might bring unconscious patterns to light, catalyze deep emotional healing, or require you to release old psychological patterns that no longer serve you. So because this is happening in Aquarius, there's an emphasis on emotional detachment and objectivity. Cancer, you feel deeply, but this eclipse is asking you to examine your emotional patterns with some distance and perspective. So, what would change if you could observe your feelings without being overwhelmed by them? Pay attention to any revelations, opportunities, or shifts around intimacy, shared resources, or personal transformation during this eclipse. The seeds planted now will continue to unfold over the next 6 months through to August 2026. So you're learning new ways of sharing power and resources while maintaining your emotional integrity. Then the Sun enters Pisces on February 18th, joining Mercury and Venus in your 9th house. And then on February 20th, we have the extraordinary Saturn-Neptune conjunction in Aries in your 10th house. So the Saturn-Neptune conjunction is one of the most significant astrological events of 2026. And these planets only meet once every 36 years. And their conjunction in your 10th house is profoundly transformative for your career and life purpose. So Saturn represents structure, reality, discipline, and material achievement. Neptune represents dreams, ideals, spirituality, and inspired vision. So when they come together in your career sector, they're asking you to manifest your soul's calling in tangible, real-world form. This conjunction can manifest as discovering your true vocation, the work that feels both spiritually meaningful and materially rewarding. It's about bringing your creative or healing gifts into your professional life in structured, sustainable ways. For many cancers, this could mean transitioning into careers in healing, counseling, creative arts, spiritual guidance, or any field where compassion and intuition are valued professional assets. It's about recognizing that your sensitivity isn't a weakness, it's your superpower in the professional world. The shadow side of Saturn-Neptune can bring confusion about career direction, disillusionment with professional goals, or difficulty distinguishing between realistic ambitions and unrealistic fantasies. So some career dreams might dissolve if they were based on illusion rather than genuine calling. This conjunction is asking you, can you build a career that feeds your soul while also providing material security? Can you hold both practical responsibility and inspired vision? Can you be both professional and compassionate? Cancer, you're a sign that needs work to feel meaningful, not just lucrative. This conjunction is your opportunity to align your career with your deepest values and create a professional legacy that reflects your caring, nurturing nature while also still commanding respect and authority. We then close February with Mercury stationing retrograde in Pisces on February 26th, still in your ninth house. And on February 27th, the North Node forms a semi-square to Chiron. So Mercury retrograde in your ninth house is perfect for reviewing your beliefs, philosophies, and the meaning you've assigned to your life experiences. So this isn't the time to make major educational commitments or travel to distant locations. Instead, use this period to reflect on what you truly believe and whether your current worldview serves your growth. So you might revisit old spiritual practices, reconnect with teachers or mentors from your past, or have important realizations about how your belief systems have shaped your life trajectory. So Pisces energy makes this retrograde deeply intuitive. Pay attention to dreams, synchronicities, and subtle inner guidance. This is also excellent timing for revising written work, reconsidering travel plans, or processing experiences from past journeys that still hold emotional significance. The semi-square between the North Node in Pisces and Chiron in Aries brings attention to old wounds around education, recognition of your wisdom, and being dismissed for your emotional, intuitive way of knowing. Chiron in Aries represents wounds around self-assertion and the right to be heard, while the North Node in Pisces is calling you toward deeper spiritual wisdom and compassionate understanding. For Cancer, this might trigger old pain around being told you're too sensitive, having your intuitive gifts dismissed as irrational, or feeling your emotional intelligence wasn't valued in academic or professional settings. The invitation is to acknowledge these wounds while recognizing that the world desperately needs your particular way of knowing and caring. These wounds are surfacing now because they're ready to be healed, especially as Saturn moves through your 10th house, inviting you to bring your full self, including your emotional wisdom, into your professional life without apology. Cancer, February 2026 is your month to step into your professional mastery and claim your authority in the world. With Saturn entering your 10th house, you're beginning a powerful 2.5-year journey of career development and public recognition. The solar eclipse is transforming how you share resources and power with others. Mercury retrograde in your 9th house is helping you align your beliefs with your evolving path. This is not a month to play small, hide your light, or defer to others out of fear. The cosmos is calling you to lead with unique gifts of emotional intelligence, intuition, and caring, while also developing the discipline, structure, and professional excellence that Saturn demands. Your cosmic homework this month is reflect on your career path and whether it truly honors your gifts. Set boundaries around your worth and what you'll accept professionally. Explore philosophies and practices that validate your intuitive way of knowing. And most importantly, commit to building a legacy that matters. So thank you so much for watching. If this resonated, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Drop a comment below telling me what you're experiencing as a Cancer. I love hearing from this community. But until next time, stay centered in your power and remember, you're not just living under the stars, you're made of it. So keep well, beautiful souls, and I'll see you in the next video.